And today, we're talking about Valentine's Day.
And why is it that Valentine's Day is only for women?
It's not only for women.
Tell that to women.
It's for everybody. Like 27% of people buy gifts for Valentine's Day for their pets. This is going to be a bit of a tirade episode for me because I'm going to pop off about this, which is going to be great. Why do men not get bought flowers? I think it's BS. Men are sentimental animals. Valentine's Day is a scam. I don't care what you say. I ain't going to back down from this opinion. I've had it for years, and I've been in relationships, and I'm in a relationship. It's a scam. It's a scam.
On Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, or whatever else, to show appreciation. Show these people that you love them all the bloody time.
I would find the most elaborate, labyrinthian, romantic way of doing it so that you never forget that one moment for the rest of your life. We kick this off with a Did You Know? And it's going to tie really nicely to the episode today.
Okay.
Now, obviously, everyone knows about Valentine's Day, right? Now, I'm guessing you knew that it was named after St. Valentine, right?
Mm.
Did you know, the legend goes, that he was actually secretly marrying couples to stop them being enlisted into the Roman army? And did you know that because of this, he was executed on February the 14th?
I actually didn't.
Boom, Valentine's facts.
Do you know
The Muffin Man? Yes, I do.
You are the Muffin Man.
Exactly.
So don't throw shade at the guy that you love. Sorry, Fred. I love him too. Did you know the traditional like heart shape ain't actually anything to do with a heart? It's shaped on a female's buttocks when bending over.
That makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good shape.
Mm-hmm.
There's like apparently the XOXO thing, obviously kissing and hugs. The X apparently came back because people couldn't sign things properly, so they would put an X and kiss it to seal it.
We're learning a lot today.
Kick this off in a proper informative way. Now let's go downhill.
Trust. Hypothetical question.
I'm surprised you have one. Go on.
What's the oldest woman you could bed?
As someone who has done 10 years older, I'm capping it at 10 years older.
Me and another Dave used to have a joke that 100 was the limit. But man, could you imagine a 100-year-old woman getting undressed in front of you?
I did see a video online the other day of like this dude who was 22 who woke up in a random house after a night out and he had no idea where he was. And then this 80-something-year-old woman comes in and serves him breakfast and he's just bossing up because he's like, how did I get here? And she was like, what? He was like, what? I mean, she's like, I just wanted to know if you like cornflakes, if you want sugar. And I was like, oh no.
Sweet Jesus.
That's a rough way to wake up, eh?
Alright, so should we go
It's got to
get
be
him?
community service at that point, isn't it?
I mean, I'm surprised she woke up. That's some vigorous 8-year-old, bro. Like, the 22-year-old still sparkle in that, and she's like, oh, I'm making breakfast.
And he has no, he will have no memory if it was good or not. That's the sad part.
Oh,
I mean, surely if you go through that, you kind of want to know what it was like.
You'd at least want the story.
Right?
Alright, should we go get into this episode?
Yeah, boy.
And do it.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to the Perspective Chasers podcast. No, it is not a Big Dave takeover, but your boy here is very under the weather and is on a very limited supply of word to cough ratio. So I figured I would do the intro to save him some words because he's going to need them for this episode. Because that's your boy John, I'm your boy Big Dave, and today we're talking about Valentine's Day.
And a man's perspective, not just flowers and chocolates and da-da-da-da-da-da. But why is it that Valentine's Day is only for women?
It's not only for women.
Tell that to women.
It's for everybody.
Really?
I mean, I was looking at some facts about this before we came onto this because I obviously needed a Did You Know? Dude, like 27% of people buy gifts for Valentine's Day for their pets. Ain't just for women. For everybody.
Okay, for everybody but men.
Okay, I think it's a bit of a lazy stereotype, but I get where you're coming from.
It is, but I'm just saying. So like, even when you look around or whatever else, like there are little bits or whatever else, but they're very. They're just like haphazard things. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
when you look at like really like thoughtful gifts or really like heartfelt gifts and everything else, they're always directed far more towards the fairy
100%.
gender.
Now, I'll be honest. This is going to be a bit of a tirade episode for me because I'm going to pop off about this, which is going to be great.
It's gonna
And
save my words.
here comes the first rant straight off the bat. Why do men not get bought flowers? I think it's BS.
Yeah.
I have never been bought flowers once in my 31 years.
You know,
And if someone bought me flowers, I'd genuinely be grateful.
the first time most men have brought flowers is at their funeral.
Yeah, I'd genuinely be grateful. We spoke about this before. Men are sentimental animals, right? We're alphas and we're protective and all this stuff and territorial. But you buy us something stupid or small, and we gonna keep it as long as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a dude flowers, see how sentimental he gets. Because it's never happened to him, so he's not gonna know what the hell to do. But he's gonna cherish those things like it just came out of you, because he's gonna look after those. He's probably gonna do something sappy with it. He's probably gonna press them into a page or something, so then he has them forever. Like, legit. Why you do some flowers, man? Don't be so lazy and stereotypical. And don't buy him roses. That's not original. Be original. Buy him something proper. Dude might like tulips. I mean, he probably likes your lips, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah. That's how you get original, right? I bought you tulips because you like my lip. Boom! He's gonna laugh at that, and he's gonna be sentimental as hell about
I
it.
need a cough break. See, this is the thing. Like personally, especially because I've had like my little gardening phase and all of that, I would appreciate flowers or even if it was like a little plant for the window or whatever else. Like there's so many, a little bonsai tree or,
I would love a bonsai tree.
you know what I'm saying?
Now, a bonsai tree fits perfectly with what I'm saying, right? You buy a dude flowers, they're really gonna appreciate it because it's never happened. But they're probably gonna be sad because they die, so they don't get to keep the keepsake.
Mm.
Buy me a bonsai tree, I'm gonna look after that thing until I die. Because you bought me that. Now I'm gonna look after this thing.
Bro, trust me, some of them get filthily pricey.
Of course they do, but you see, like, think about it. If you don't live together, right? Now that's a token for me. So now I'm gonna keep that so that when we do eventually move in, that comes with me because I want you to see how much I looked after that one thing you got me. You see my point? Because you actually went out of your way to buy me something nice, which means you care. So how do I show you that I care about you caring?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna look after this damn thing and make it the best bonsai tree I can. You see what I mean? Like, men are very fickle but very simple.
Yeah. Just keep feeding it up, just like grow, baby, grow.
Put that bad boy in the garden.
Okay, for any women that may come across this or whatever else, you want to get your man something that's just going to make him go, ah, it's cool. Get him a little baby Groot pot with a bonsai tree in the top of it. That would be so, bro, that's a little bit nerdy, a little bit niche, a little bit cool.
Boom.
And it's baby Groot, man, come on.
Damn right.
But this is the thing, like,
buy me some herbs. Buy me something that I can grow, right? Because then I can learn to be self-sufficient off of that one thing. Like, that's the kind of thing that I think man goes, ooh, it's touching, it's loving, and it's interesting. You hit the Holy Trinity.
But that's the thing. I think, it is just about, like, I think it is that element of, like, people just assume men just don't want that or whatever else, or, like, I don't know. Is it a case of that's what society projects, or is that a case of that's what most people want? Like, if, for example, if you turn around to most men and went, do you want flowers? Most men are probably going to go, no. But then realistically,
go on then, buy me flowers.
Do you know what I mean?
See how good I'm going to look after you that night.
But
yeah, I'll put out. I'll put out if you buy me flowers.
Is a few pounds ever going to be a negotiable?
I mean, obviously. But you see my point. I think this one of these things, right? This has just probably been there for centuries. Ever since Valentine's became a thing, it was probably that old cliche of the onus is on the man to try and attract the woman. So that's why it's still probably there to this day. Because there will be a bunch of dudes out there on dating apps right now thinking they're Mr. Original, trying to ask people out on Valentine's Day. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. If I was a woman and you started asking me out for dinner, red flag. Red flag. Because you are, I'm just going to think, well, you're not very original, are you? I'll run. I'm going to run miles away. And just be like,
See, it's mad, because, like, when you think about it, to people like us, yeah, that's a bit like cliche, da 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 da. But now you look at dial the clock back to like teenagers or people in their early 20s and everything else, that might still be a bit cutesy and this, that, and everything
Oh, yeah,
else. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I guess you do the whole secret admirer thing in secondary and high school and all that stuff, right? I mean, it's obviously a massive market.
Mm,
Again, I was looking up behind. So Christmas is like the number one for sending cards.
mm,
Valentine's Day is number two.
mm.
145 million cards in the US alone.
Yeah, but the US.
But alone,
Mm.
that's wild. Bro, the US alone spends billions on Valentine's.
Oh, yeah.
Wild to me.
Bro, I don't even think there's a holiday that they kind of don't go all out on.
This is true, but Valentine's to me is a scam. Valentine's Day is a scam. I don't care what you say. I ain't gonna back down from this opinion. I've had it for years, and I've been in relationships, and I'm in a relationship. It's a scam. It's a scam.
100%.
All it's designed to do is to get you to spend more money. All it does is put more pressure on you to try and get inventive, to try and book somewhere to go eat a dinner that you're not going to be able to book because everyone else is doing the same damn thing. And then for you to go buy flowers so that everyone else is going to go buy flowers so you can go spend money on the same things that everyone else is doing. It's a scam and you're not original. It's boring. It's boring. And I
See,
hate it. And I'm so glad my missus agrees with me. I can't stand it. Do you know what me and my missus are going to do for Valentine's Day this year? Considering it falls on a Friday?
and this is PG, bro.
It's very PG, don't you worry.
Sweet Ethel.
We're going to do what we normally do on a Friday. We're going to work. Then we go and see each other after work. We're going to go and train because that's what we like doing. We're then going to go buy some donuts because we like donuts. And we're going to go home and cook together and then just be together. Because that's the damn right thing to do. That's our thing. So I'm going to keep doing our thing. We'll go out to dinner the next day because we don't care for Valentine's Day.
Mm.
We'll go do it the day after when we're a little bit less tired and we've got a bit more energy in us and we know that we got the day after off. Sweet.
Mm.
I'm all over that. I am all over that. Because to me, there is so much love in it. There's no, oh, we have to do it because it's Valentine's Day. No,
See,
no, bro. It's
thi-
our routines, it's our schedule, it's our thing. Because that's the whole thing that's important about this. Do what's good with you too, man. Whatever kind of relationship you're in. Be you. You don't need to be Valentine's Day. And also, dudes, if you're buying her flowers on Valentine's Day, you suck. You suck. Why does that have to be a reason to buy your missus flowers?
one sec. Yeah, cool. Let me caveat that though, yeah, because it's this is literally the rant that I've been waiting to go on, and I really hope I can get through. But it is, don't just use that one day, whether it be Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, or whatever else, to show appreciation. Show these people that you love them all the bloody time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait for a calendar day to be like, oh, look, here, I got you a card or whatever else. Guess what? Every day that isn't Valentine's Day, flowers, chocolates, and all that goodness is cheaper. But on Valentine's Day, it's double the price. So what's going to cost you more, being thoughtful all year round or once a year? So actually put the effort in. Like if you walk past flowers and you want to buy a Mrs. Flowers, buy them. Don't wait for this day or that day or whatever else. Like so many of these things we wait to kind of take part in for somebody else. It's like the tradition with women proposing to men. It can only be done on a leap year or whatever else. Like if you are that annoyed with your fella not ever proposing to you, just say
Do it yourself.
You know what I mean?
Do it yourself, man. If I was to ever get married, yes, ideally, I would probably want to do it myself. But that's not even a tradition thing. It's just that in my head, I have the most wild ideas on how to propose.
Mm.
I would have so much fun with doing it because, again, doing it in a restaurant in front of a bunch of people, not original.
Yeah, no,
That's boring and it puts so much pressure on the other person. No, I would find the most elaborate, labyrinthian, romantic way of doing it so that you never forget that one moment for the rest of your life.
But
But
then,
it's a whole
but then,
process.
what if you went through all of that and they still said no?
Bro, you got to take the bullet in it. See you later.
Fair enough.
You saved me a whole bunch of time and a whole bunch of stress. Thank you very much. Have a nice life.
Fair?
And I said, maybe that's just not for them.
Mm.
But then that's something you should have spoken about before getting to that point anyway.
100%.
And if you didn't, you still do it, then you're an idiot.
This is the thing. I just think there's so much where it's just like,
It's a scam.
oh,
It's a scam. It's ridiculous.
mm-hmm.
Like someone said to me the other day, because my relationship is the first Valentine's Day, someone's like, oh, but you're going to take her out and buy her roses. No. No. I made sure to speak to my partner about this. Do you really like Valentine's Day? Not really. Thank God, me neither.
Here's a question. Did you come across this in your Valentine's Day research, like of why the rose has so much importance?
Oh, did I? Oh, I think I remember seeing something, but I can't remember what it is now.
Because I've looked into things before about the colorations of roses. So, like red roses obviously symbolize love, white.
It's because they were believed to be the favorite flower of Venus. Off camera is my research. Believed to be the favorite flower of Venus, the Roman goddess of love. There you go.
And that's literally why.
Yep. It's the goddamn Romans and the Greeks.
See, I thought
You
that.
have a lot of answering to do.
Oh, ah,
Red roses, love, the Olympics. So much to answer for. But the joke's on you. Joke's on you because Mars was like one of these big gods and now it's a chocolate bar.
it keeps getting smaller in size by the week.
Yeah, it's just a milkshake. Hope you're happy, Romans.
Um,
Have an old piece.
so I don't know what's been the kind of best Valentine's Day you've had over the years? Because I've never had one.
I generally don't remember because I've always just been like, meh.
I'm not gonna lie, and that's kind of bleak considering you've been in a relationship.
Most of my adult life I've been in relationships. But I've always just found it too much of a Ponzi scheme. I'd rather do, like you just said, to me being in a relationship, and especially the one I'm in now because I'm getting older and I'm maturing and I'm figuring things out, right? I don't want to show appreciation on the significant day. Like, I'm not going to wait for Valentine's Day and your birthday and Christmas to say that I love you and it mean a lot.
Mm.
I'm going to do it every damn day.
Do you
I'm
know
going to do
what?
spontaneous things whenever I feel like doing them because they're spontaneous, not just because, oh, for thousands of years we've done this. Screw you, man. If
Mm.
it's the 1st of April and I just randomly go, I'm going to buy you some tulips, I'm going to buy you some damn tulips because, hey, I just want you to know that I actually do care about you. And sometimes having a little reminder of that actually in your room is quite a nice thing to do. I done it when we passed 3 months.
Mm.
Just for the hell of it. Like, that's the kind of thing, man. Just randomly do things to keep yourselves happy and to keep yourselves reminded that you actually like each other. It's like us, bro. We've known each other a long time. Do I wait for your birthday just to send you a nice message and a card saying, hey, bro, I really appreciate you. Thanks for having me. No! I do it as often as I feel like I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with the little one, do I wait for her birthday just to go, man, I'm so proud of you being my goddaughter? No! If I see her, I remind her. If I see my mother, I'll give her a hug now and then. I don't wait for her birthday. Like, it's dumb.
No.
It's so dumb. And I know full well there are people out there in both genders who are probably guilty of it.
Mm.
Who probably, with their friends or whatever, will appreciate them so often that they love them and that they got them. But then they'll forget about doing it with their relationship. Like, what are you doing? That's meant to be like one of the most important parts of your life. You're literally choosing to share your life with this human being, whichever way you are, whichever thing you fancy. You've decided this is my human. We spoke about this before and how important it is, right?
Mm.
This is my human. Even if this doesn't succeed down the line, from this point, I have decided you are my human. So why are you not reminding them of that?
Do you know what? And again, please forgive this dissection because it's not going to be from my perspective. But so, like, look at the dynamic of like what you're saying there. Yeah? That kind of they're my person, right? How do you reckon that dynamic would work from a female to a man, right? So let's take you and Fred. Yes, Fred is a woman, by the way, guys. Um, let's take you and Fred, yeah. So you're possessive of her, right?
Hmm.
Is she possessive of you, or is it more a fact of it's I am his? Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a bit of both.
Right? Because if it's the latter, I can see where there's that pitfall of, oh, I'm theirs, so they'll always take care of me, and then people forget to kind of pay it back and take care of that person. And I'm not saying Fred's guilty of this, I'm
No,
just
no, she's
using
not.
you two as an example.
No. No, I think that one's a bit of both, realistically. Like, obviously, I think as a man, you're more naturally possessive, for sure.
Mm.
But I think with this example of mine, like, there is a mixture. Yeah, there's plenty of, oh, I'm his. I get that. But then there is also times where it's just like, no, you're mine. And it kind of works 50-50. That's why it's quite refreshing to us.
Mm. Yeah, it's interesting. Because like I said, I think there's definitely, like, probably the two biggest pitfalls, and I'm not one to be throwing stones, but in most relationships, it's going to be freaking communication.
Big time.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you cannot freaking communicate like this,
Don't. There's no point. If you at the start, if you can't communicate natural, right? It's about learning. But if you're not learning how to communicate with each other and you're not figuring it out, what are you doing?
yeah.
This is literally the biggest part. It is the biggest part of your relationship. How are you going to make someone feel loved if you can't communicate? How's someone meant to trust you if you can't communicate?
Well, no, how are you meant to tell somebody how you feel love if you can't communicate? Like, I think this is my whole thing where I've kind of like battled with my whole life here. It's like most people don't even love themselves.
Sorry.
So how are you loving somebody else? First, learn to love yourself.
It gets mad important. I think it's one of the blessed things about turning 30 that I didn't expect.
Oh, bro, you've just reminded me, and I'm just going to drop it now because I keep forgetting it or whatever else. From turning 30, nobody warned me about how frequently I'd start sitting on my bollocks.
That's just the youth thing, homie. That ain't happened to me.
Bro, I swear to God, they're just dangling now. And like at least 2 or 3 times a week, I'm like, and it's not fun. And it didn't happen at 29.
Oh! I wasn't expecting.
I'm sorry.
End the stream. Bro, I'm 31. That don't happen to me.
Maybe you've got no acorns. I don't know, but
Lefty's a wrecking ball, bro.
okay, but I don't know, bro. I swear to God, man.
I definitely don't sit on my nuts.
Like, oh, yeah, there's some low hanging fruit. I ain't even, bro, even, we're really going to go on a tangent for this one, yeah. But even that slow motion sit down onto the loo, yeah, bro, you see that, oh, like, bro, they hit the freaking toilet pan before I do by like a week.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, sorry, I've completely thrown this episode off now.
Oh, that's wild.
It's so true though, and I'm sorry, but it's true. And, oh, yeah.
When I do become, like, there's certain jogging bottoms like these ones I wear now where I have become more conscious of, like, do I look big in this? That one there.
Bro,
Especially because I'm like, recording myself now. I'm just like, all I can see is my balls. Oh, allow it. That's why I wear shorts so much. I'm more forgiving. Trousers are just like,
yeah.
boys, you wanna calm down, lads? Like,
I don't
we get
think
looked after now. Nah, showing the world, mate. Like, nah, we don't need this right now, bro. It's
Yeah,
like, you're a man. What's the problem?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to wear shorts come summer, bro.
You know, like Knoxville in the film, bro. It's like I'm in your sock. You have to like tape around your like,
Just let you do like this.
around your thigh.
Oh man.
Accelerated age, I love it. Happy Valentine's Day.
Indeed. Is there any more you'd like to add about Valentine's Day before we wrap this bad boy up?
Nah. Right. I mean, that's my closing thought, really, is if you do get lucky, wrap it up.
Yeah.
It's Valentine's Day. You don't want Father's or Mother's Day just yet, either.
Unless you already are, and then the damage is kind of done.
Oh, if you're already are, go nuts, man. What's another one going to do?
Alright. The seed for this episode?
Should stay in your trousers.
Maybe. Oh, I don't even know what the seed is going to be. Do you have a seed?
You know what the seed is for this episode? Take the time to appreciate your people. Be more cognizant of it. Be more aware of it. Think about it. When was the last time you showed some appreciation to your people? That might be your missus or your husband or your partner. It might just be a really good friend or your parent. Someone in your life. When was the last time you shouted them out and let them know that actually you give a damn? Don't just wait for Valentine's Day to do it. Do it all year round, man. Show some love.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So all the best, and we'll catch you in the next one.